it is I, Grace, and today I was going to do a tutorial on this, actually. I was going to do how to paint digitally, like 2.0, much slower, but then I realized that I was taking a lot of shortcuts, because when I make tutorials, I usually have to consciously, like, slow down, zoom in, show some steps, which I completely forgot to do for this. I was taking a lot of shortcuts and doing how I normally draw, which is fine, except not really for tutorials. So then I was like, well, might as well just upload a time-lapse instead. Scrap that and salvage the footage that I have left, which is exactly what I did. So I don't know if you can recognize it. Probably not, because it looks nothing like her, but my original inspiration for this was Susie Bishop from Moonrise Kingdom, because I just watched that last night and it was so good. It was like, oh my god, I love the movie so much. I loved it. I really did. And I really liked Susie's aesthetic with her like 60s dresses and knee socks and her messy hair and her like creepy little deranged but adorable but also like, is she gonna stab me with scissors personality. And I really, really, really liked the blue eyeshadow that she always wore with, like, the thick eyeliner. I was like, this is my girl. I wish I could do this every day, but if I did, I would not look cute like she does. I would look like an insane woman. So basically, I took one of the poses and I looked at a picture of one of her facial expressions or whatever, and I was like, I want the same kind of intense, like, glary look that she has going, which, as you will see later, did not really work out because I just kind of couldn't make it work with the proportions, and the mouth looked really weird. Also, she just looks like too angry. Susie never looks angry. She looks like adorably psychopath, like adorably evil, but she did not look adorably evil here. She looked kind of angry, so I basically just had to go and scrap that. Also, my sketch looks so weird. I don't know how to explain it. It was not a good day for me. It looks really, really weird, but when I go in and paint it, it will look better. Also, just as a little tip, when I sketch in firealpaca, I normally use the watercolor brush. There are pencil brushes, but I just find them hard to work with, so I like the watercolor brush better. Easier to make straight lines. I don't know. I just think it looks better. So I think here I'm like flipping out because my sketch looks bizarre, but I was just like, this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna like go for it and try and commit to coloring this. So I started laying down my base colors, doing my normal little red nose, mouth thing, and then I was like, I gotta mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna use dark blue and purple for the shadows, which actually I thought was a pretty cool idea, because when you're doing shadows, it's more dynamic to use a different color than, you know, how you can, like, go to your little color box and just roll the thing down so you get, like, a darker version of your skin color, but it's more dynamic to use different colors. Oh, there's the blue eyeshadow. I was really feeling it. Yeah, so I'm just going in, laying down my colors, trying to figure out why this face looks so weird. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how to fix it, so I just kept on going, hoping that it would look better. Also, I gave her a green shirt, but I think later I turned it to like this really weird dark black thingy because it was like a mess. And it also, I made her hair green, like neon green, so it just didn't work. Although her hair doesn't stay that neon green. So this whole thing was just a mess, which is why I couldn't like upload it as a tutorial, because tutorials imply that the like person that knows that's doing the tutorial knows what they're doing, but I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to make this work and look not crazy. I also used that like lime green as a highlight on the face because I thought it would make it a little more cohesive, which is a cool idea, I think. Like, if you're going to do a light hair color, bring it onto the face. Yeah, that's my weird purple-green mixture. Yeah, so now I'm like, gosh, the hair looks weird. Why don't I just go and start rendering that? So I went in and tried to add my little strand thing, you know how I do with my obvious roots and my little pieces of hair and stuff, which, by the way, my friend watched my other how to paint over your line art video, and she was like, what would you know about getting like orange like banding in your hair when you bleach it and your roots grow out? And I was like, nothing, but I have friends that have that in their hair, so I can just look at them. But now my hair is actually pink at the bottom, so I do know the struggle, and I can say that my roots where the ombre fades into my hair is looking a little brassy. Although I'm not quite sure how to fix that, so really this antidote has no point whatsoever. Yeah, so now I'm painting over my line art. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the eyes, because they look insane. She looks like an insane woman. Right when I was doing this, like what was going through my head was like, oh my god, I've made someone that looks like a murderer. Also, the nose looks like someone broke it a bunch of times. It was just a mess. It was such a mess. Oh my god. I mean, like, the finished product looked good, which is why I'm uploading this to my YouTube channel, but the beginning was a mess. I'm trying to, like, smooth everything out, trying to figure out what I want to do with the nose, also, like, perspective. Oh, ew, yeah. Ooh. Oh, I gave her the little eyeliner, the 60s eyeliner that Susie had in the movie. I was just really feeling Susie Bishop, you know? She was like, I like pretend stories. I like to read. And I was like, Susie, me too. Me too. Although I have never stabbed anyone in the side with scissors. Spoiler alert. Oops, that was a little late. But seriously, I've never done that, so thankfully we're not too alike. Also, if you hear me sniffing, it's because my nose just started running during this voiceover, inexplicably. So yeah, I just have the worst luck in the world ever. Okay, so now I am just going over and trying to add, like, cool colors to the hair and the face. As you can see, I add a little bit of mustard yellow in random spots, just because our faces are not this one flat color. Like, if you look at your face in the mirror, usually you have, like, pinker on your cheeks. I know for me, my forehead is darker than the rest of my face. I have, you know, like, a little bit of brown and green along my jawline, so I just try to mimic that. Okay, now I'm trying to fix the mouth, because the mouth is weird looking, and I don't know what's wrong, but I know that it needs to be fixed. And yeah, that's basically it. I just knew something was really wrong. Wasn't quite sure. I think that the problem was that her head is slightly tilted up, but I wasn't really doing the mouth like it was tilted up, so I had to go in and fix that. Also, the chin was a little, and by a little I mean a lot, messed up because of that too. So yeah, making the eyebrows darker, going in and fixing various things. I kept on accidentally hitting my rotate button instead of my zoom in and out button, which was a bummer. Oh yeah, I wanted her to have chapped lips for some reason. I was just like, I was feeling the chapped lips. I felt like it would be a good idea to give her chapped lips, possibly because she has so much else going on with her face, with like blue eyeshadow, green hair. I didn't think that lip color would improve the situation. So now I was trying to add more dark colors in my hair, but I was just using a darker color of green, which is exactly what I warn against. So then I was like, you know what, I want to live on the dark side. I mean, on the edge. Oops, not the dark side. I want to like experiment. So I took this like dark plum purple and used that to darken my dark areas. So I think that actually ended up looking pretty good. Always use different colors for shadows. If you use the same color as your base, just slightly darker for shadows, your picture will look really flat and monotonous. Okay, and then here was where I started regretting my life decisions very seriously, because I have this flower crown that I added at the top. And at first I was like, maybe I could just like, you know, just like scribble some lines and get away with that. But no. As I soon figured out, that looks like crap, so I had to go in and individually paint every single flower. This took me so long. It took me like 20 minutes to finish all the flowers. I'm never putting a flower crown on any of my people again. Like, you can see me. I'm going in and individually painting every single flower. It took me forever. But although I will say the flower crown looks really good, I just don't think it was worth all the pain and suffering that I went through adding so many flowers. Also trying to think of different flower colors, because I didn't want them to all be pink, but I was having a hard time figuring out how to add some variety. I think I eventually added like a blue and yellow flower, which is strange because I've never actually seen any blue or yellow flowers on a flower crown before, but this is my picture. I'm going to do what I want to. And yeah, that's basically my excuse. So I'm just going in. You can see that I kind of just make these little circles around my center of the flower, and then I overline it with a darker color, and then I use the circle color to fill it in. So that's kind of how I did all these rose-looking flowers really quickly, because I didn't want to spend too much time on them. I didn't worry too much about rendering them nicely. So I did the little circle thing, then I did the line thing, and now I'm going to go in and do the circle thing again, add some little darker values. Oh yeah, this is my yellow flower. I think I have actually seen a yellow rose before, but you know what? I don't know. Let's just say I have. Also, it's a picture. It doesn't have to be realistic, right? Okay, neat. So I just ended up adding yellow background, and this was the finished look, I guess. I hope you guys like this video. I'm not really sure it's possible that you learned something because you just listened to 10 minutes of me rambling. But I hope you like this video, as I said before, and have a nice day.